It'll be
This
there.
meeting is being recorded.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to 22 Panels. My guests today are a couple of my favorite people in comics, Emily Joy Mehr and Ryan Carey. It looks like each Joy is working on comics as we talk, which is even cooler.
Oh
Um,
yeah, I'm doodling like
I I I wholeheartedly am in favor of that. I give artists a hard time for not feeling like they can work while they talk to me. Um, but insert name Comic Fest, Comic and Zine Fest is this is the seventh year already?
I know, right? Isn't that
I mean,
crazy?
I feel like that means that I like got involved with you guys in like the
You,
fourth year.
I think it was the fourth year because the third
Yeah.
year we had it at this like community garden or something, and there were like 15 tablers, and then yeah, the next
I
year.
remember that one.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the one that because you went to the very first one that was in like the side room at the Eagles Club, and
Yep,
then
with like 10 tables.
yeah, that one was really cool though. Uh, Justin Scarhus from Entropy Editions was there that day with his proto Entropy Editions like
Mm-hmm.
comic.
So so this year it's Squirrel House Arts for the third year now?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't make it up last year, and I've been to Squirrel House Arts, so it has to be multiple
Is it the
years.
third or the fourth there, Emily?
Third.
Third.
Okay.
Because I think because 4 years ago it was going to be outside and got moved inside at the last minute.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got
And
paranoid
that was
'cause
the
it
first year that
like,
I was involved.
yeah, that was awesome. You helped us with our Kickstarter
You
in
sure
the
Yeah,
did.
last.
yeah. I'm starting to debate tagging people who have bigger audiences now, but I figure you got 30 days to go. So I'm gonna wait until we're in like the 10 range before I start going, Jeff, Chris,
Oh,
Tom.
I think we're at like 417 out of like
You're
850 or something.
you're at 426.
Oh, wow.
426 with 15 backers.
Okay, so we're
30
halfway
days to
home.
go. Yeah, halfway home. A
Yeah.
very, very modest goal.
Oh yeah, we're
I
not
was
sweating.
I was very, very happy. I was actually the number one backer. It's the first time that I've
Were you
managed to
first
come
out of the
in
gate?
Nice.
number one out of the gate. I'm
Perfect.
backer one. Um, the highest I've been on anybody else's project is two. So I was psyched to see that my backer number was one.
And I think Emily should have a new zine ready for you by the time you get
Cool.
there.
Oh
Cool.
yeah, I gotta
That's the theory.
format the cover and then print it. But
I
I have
mean,
a 48-page like collection of my dailies from like
fantastic.
yeah.
I mean, I've read them all because they're on Patreon.
Yes, that is true. These some of these are pre-pandemic. So
Oh
Oh,
wow,
really?
some old ones. Then
yeah,
maybe I
really.
haven't read them all because I don't think I've gone deep through your back catalog. Not because I'm not interested, but because I read so many comics.
Oh, I
Yeah,
get it.
you read the most of anybody I know.
I've been reading some good stuff lately, but
Well, let's talk
yeah.
about that. What have people been reading? We should always talk about what people have been reading. We'll talk more about insert name too, but
oh
we
yeah, no worries.
well, actually, hold on. We do need to do one very, very important thing, but I've been doing this on every weekly episode already, so it's not like I'm not telling my audience. But insert name is at Squirrel House Arts in Minneapolis, 3450 Snelling Avenue South, on August 23rd and 24th from noon to 6 p.m. So
Yeah, we expanded by an hour and by a day.
right. Free,
Yeah.
free, and free to attend.
free.
Not free to get stuff, but that's because you're paying the artists directly. So yeah, wanted to make certain we got that in up front.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Now
Oh,
we can talk about the cool comics we've been reading.
Should we drop our special guest too?
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's it.
We got really cool special guests this year, and I'm gonna
I
go
mean, you
back
had
to-
Lily and Generoso last year.
Yeah, and we hope
I
they'll
don't
be
know if we
back
can be
this year.
cooler than them. I hope they will too. They had to move back to. They had to move out of Ohio, out of Cleveland.
Did they move out of Cleveland now for sure?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
the last time I was texting with them, they were like literally in the process of moving. I probably shouldn't have said that on the air, which is why I carefully didn't say where they moved to.
Yeah, and I didn't ask, but
We
I
want to
assume
keep their places nice and safe.
Well, hopefully it all went well for them.
I mean, I see that they've had some art stuff posted, so I hope they're doing well. I should
If they
check in.
got time to draw, then that's a good sign.
Yeah.
Yep.
So this year for our guests, we have Sean Knickerbocker from Rust Belt Review, and then David T., who has been cartooning for what, Emily, 20 years?
Oh, at least, yeah.
Yeah, he was there a couple of years ago. I got a couple of his books and then forgot to email him, so he hasn't been on the show yet. I need to.
Okay.
I keep
And then-
failing to. I'm not always good at sending out emails. I wish I was better at that.
No, Dave would be an interesting guest for you to have on sometime for sure.
He's an enigmatic figure.
I enjoyed talking to him.
When his stuff first got to Domino, I don't know how many years ago, 5-6 years, something like that, Austin thought he might be a pen name for somebody else. He had no clue who the guy was. And I'm like, wait, I know this guy. He lives right here in town. He's been drawing forever, and his zines never make it out of town, you know? So they do he has his own weird personal distro system where he knows some guys who own some stores in other cities, and he randomly sends copies to 3 or 4 different stores around the country, and that's it.
Okay. I mean, if it works for him.
Now he sends them all to Domino every time he has something new as well.
That's good. Eddie says hello and is trying to eat my microphone.
Aw. I'm going to start fostering cats, hopefully. I just sent in my application today.
I love cats.
I also love cats, and I think Ryan does too.
Well, I got 2 of them.
We're up to 4.
We have an uneasy truce, you know. I'm the only person one of my cats likes. Whenever Emily can tell you this, when she was here for 4 or 5 days, Peanut hid the whole time.
Yeah, I've never seen Peanut.
Yeah, he doesn't come out when anyone else is here.
Yeah. We've got
for an hour or a week. He's not coming out.
We've got a cat that's close to like that. He'll warm up eventually. And we have 3 cats that well, we have 1 cat that my wife is the only person he likes. And we've got 2 more cats that my wife is mostly the only person they like. But they're considering giving me a shot.
Okay, they're still thinking about it.
Been giving me a shot for like 7 years now, and the other one for only like 7 months now.
Yeah, they take their time deciding who they like.
And then we've got this one that thinks he's a parrot.
Oh, he's a little shoulder cat.
Yeah, definitely a shoulder cat.
So we have Sean, we have Dave, and then Emily. Our third guest is Trina.
Yep, Trina Fernandez, a friend of mine who just it doesn't really do comics like at all, is actually like a zine. So we have comics and zines, and
Cool.
the zine scene has like exploded over the past like 2 years. There's so many self-published, like it seems like there's so many more zine fests, right? Like I hear about so many. And
I haven't paid a ton of attention, but like my knee jerk to you saying that is this is what happens when corporate media decides to truly suck. and when so does social media. And it's like people go, well, how did people get their ideas out there before all this? And then they discover zines and go, we can still do that. Paper still exists. Let's use it.
It ain't cheap, but it does.
Yep.
It depends on the quantities you buy in. Yeah. But yeah, no, it's not always cheap. It's not always cheap, but it does still exist. But I'm happy that we're seeing even more and more like, and I don't even know if they're Kinko zines anymore because it's cheap enough to buy a decent laser printer that they might be like completely homemade zines. They might be. I have a laser printer and I bought a ream of paper and now I have 100 comics.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm waiting on the order for Daria's new ones that we used. We did a print shop on her first run on her new one. I don't know if I told you, Tad, I'm doing a little publishing now.
I noticed on your Patreon that you talked about that, but
yeah. So we're up to our third one with me and Emily's friend Daria, and
cool.
The new one's called "I Need to Kill My Boyfriend's College Roommate."
All right.
It's the third one she's put out through me. It's like her 8th or 10th or something comic in general. She's done quite a few. And so, but I've been publishing her stuff for maybe the last year or so. And so we used a local print shop for the first run, and it was, it was a pretty penny because this one's full color.
Yeah, okay. The difference between printing in color and black and white is huge.
Right. So I've used Mix'em for the next print run of them because we needed more. She's doing pretty well with this one. And so I'm curious to see. We're waiting for those to come in yet. I'm curious to see how they'll look. But the other stuff I've seen from people I know who've used Mix'em, like Tony D. Pasquale does that Nugget, prints those from Mix'em.
Oh, yeah. Nugget rules.
Yeah. And those are nice looking zines. Those are really good looking comics.
And I think he's tabling, or
he is.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sweet.
He's coming up. Him and Daria and their other friend are all carpooling up.
Ah, sweet. Awesome.
Where are they coming from?
Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, then, Emily, well, both of you, I'm going to quickly send you something.
Okay.
Because regulars on the podcast, Psychocomicology, we do a couple of book clubs with them. Dr. Ramos bought out a convention hall for July 5th and is letting people table for free.
Really?
Or not a convention hall, a banquet hall, but decent amount of space.
Yeah.
Park, letting people table for free so that he can support the comic community and raise mental health awareness. So,
hell yeah!
I am going to send you the info and please pass it along. I think he still has tables available.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah, please send
that. This is right in Chicago.
It's in Oak Park, so outside of Chicago, but not far. Yeah, it's one of the near suburbs.
Yeah.
In fact,
I'm going to text her right now while you're talking about this.
Yeah. One of my wife's favorite cartoonists was planning on being there because it's down the street from his studio, except that he's moving, and we'll be moving that week.
Who's that?
Landis Blair was in Oak Park. I don't know where he's moving to, but it's still in the Chicago suburbs. But he won't be at.
And this show is on July 5th.
July 5th, which is a Saturday.
Wait, what am I doing on July 5th?
You thinking about going down there for it?
I'm calculating maybe. I am going to be in Chicago for Cake.
Excellent.
Weekend.
I could just stay another week because I work from home. I don't know. I'll think
another 2 weeks, wouldn't it? Yeah, because next weekend's Cake, isn't it?
No, Cake is 20.
No, it's 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Oh, so it's 2 weeks till Autonomous Zine Fest here then too.
I know I'm gonna miss Autonomous Zine Fest
because it's the same day as Cake.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go though. I'll bring insert name shit and go.
Autonomous Zine Fest is a zine fest in town where there are no organizers, or there are organizers, but they refuse to identify themselves. And anyone can table. You just show up to the park at a certain time, and everyone brings their own table or a blanket, and there's just like a ton of people that
That's kind of cool.
It's super cool. And like, people are encouraged to make their zines really cheap, but also it's autonomous, so there are no rules besides like don't be a dick. So yeah.
Well, and like I'm gonna like plug one of my strong 22 panels mantras, which is like, please make things inexpensive so that people can have them, but only if it means you're also paid for your time. It is important for cartoonists and artists and creators to be paid, because then they can make more art.
Right.
I can't emphasize this enough. And I emphasize it to my audience because I have to often emphasize it to the creators, because there's nobody like more convinced that their work isn't worth that much than your average phenomenal cartoonist.
That's very true.
Because they think in terms of what they could afford to pay. Like, no. The people buying your stuff, they have real jobs.
Yeah.
Soul-sucking jobs that are only worth it because it gives them money that they can give to you.
Basic economics.
Yeah.
We have video on right now. That doesn't get broadcast, does it?
No. Oh God, no.
Okay,
Nobody wants to see my face.
Okay, I want to show you what I've been drawing in my sketchbook. Is that okay?
Absolutely, I'll look at it.
It's like an ice cream taco mountain.
I love it.
And yeah, I just wanted to show you what I've been doing.
When you said that you didn't want people to see it, I thought you were just drawing tits again.
Oh well, I guess you could add tits.
I thought it was going to be another dick page, like in your first comic.
Well, we got books, so.
No, there is exactly one episode of ours on YouTube, and that's because Josh Bear asked if he could put it up, and we sent him the video.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yes.
So it's on his YouTube, not our YouTube.
Josh Bear is the best.
He is. Awesome. We enjoyed talking to him.
He's a great teacher. He's taught me a lot about. I paid him like $40 once to teach me about color theory for 20 minutes, and I got so much information. So
nice.
Maybe it was longer, but I don't remember. So.
My wife is so into colors that she's decided that she wants a color wheel as her next tattoo.
Oh, nice.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I know all about, well, no, let me rephrase. I know all about obsession with color and that there are rules for color. I don't understand the rules. I'm not good at the rules. I apparently break the rules on a regular basis. But I do know somebody who can tell you more about color if you ever have a question.
Right on.
She lives in the same house, and somehow
fine for you then.
As all the cats like her more than me, even though before we got together, I was the cat guy and she was a dog girl. We live in a house now with 4 cats and a dog, and the dog likes me better, and 3 of the cats like my wife better.
Um,
It's like the world is upside down.
it is funny how that is. Like sometimes animals, well, they don't, it's like, oh, I like you, but you don't like me, or something. Or no, the opposite. Like the less interested you are, the more interested they are in you.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
sometimes happens. But
Well,
I mean, in this case, like I actually wound up adopting the dog. I mean, she was involved, but like I was the one that fell in love with it at a shelter event. And then we went to the shelter the next day and I really fell in love with it. And while I was out playing with it and she was going, I don't know if I'm ready for another dog, somebody mentioned to her that he'd been there for like 6 months because he was a senior dog and nobody
Yeah.
wants to adopt a senior dog. And she's like, oh, you got me.
Yeah.
And
The
she
fun.
came out and she's like, we adopted him. He's gonna.
well,
Yes.
don't they show that more often than not, your pet their favorite person will be, like if it's a guy dog or a guy cat, they'll gravitate towards the female of the household.
I
And if
have heard that.
yeah, and
I
if
mean,
it's a
I've heard that,
female,
but
because
but
like
it doesn't.
back when I was married, we had boy cats always liked D better, but the one girl cat we had for a few years liked me better.
Yeah, no, I've heard that too, but like we just got our first female cat and she likes Kelly better. Um and that's the one that's starting to consider whether or not she likes me. Like
Okay.
let me pet her for a little bit, but like if I come too close, she's gonna run away. She won't sit on my lap or anything yet. And I'm not allowed to initiate contact.
Yeah,
But
they got
but
their way.
her brother Walt, like if I pet him for more than a second, and mind you, I can only pet him for that second. If I walk up to him very slowly, hold my hand out to him, let him sniff it, and then if he comes a little bit closer, I can touch the top of his head. But if I go to touch it again, he runs away.
Mm.
Hmm.
Uh,
I don't know what
it's
to tell you there, my friend. I don't know.
You know, we'll get there. We'll get there. Yeah.
that does remind me of a comic that I read recently, um,
Yeah.
called Dog Girl.
Dog girl. I
Well,
feel like I.
Dog Girl, and like, there's like this new anthology coming out called Butter. It's like edited by Jazz Heiss and Cam
Oh
Delos.
yeah, she's got a copy on the way to me.
Yeah, I did the one for the Kickstarter where it was like you could get a PDF copy, so I've read that already, and it's like really good. And that's one of
Are
the
you in that one?
yeah, it's one. Uh, I think I did the 25 so that I could get the physical and the digital copy.
No, I mean, do you have a strip in that thing?
Oh no, but like I'm
Okay.
friends with some of the people in it. So
Yeah,
Dog girl.
no, it's called Butter, but the story in
Butter.
the anthology is Dog Girl by Flannery Cashill.
Okay. Yeah, Jazz Ice is sending me some of her comics.
So it's Butter is the anthology.
Yeah, that's
Did
the
you
name.
guys read that other thing of hers, that Zarlatka?
No, I haven't, but I heard it's really good.
Oh, is that a comic? Oh man, that is.
Yeah, I am still not nearly as wired into, and part of it is that I try so hard to be wired into all scenes that like it's just hard. And part of
Oh,
it
you
is,
can't keep up. Yeah.
and part of it is that of the scenes, they're the hardest one. Like I have to go to specific stores and mostly get the physical. It's hard to find places to just get PDFs, and I do so much of my reading on my iPad because I can carry it everywhere. I can read
Sure.
it
We need to send you like a monthly zine roundup or something.
Yeah, no, if you guys started, particularly if you could do it in a PDF form, I would totally read anything that got sent my direction. And like anybody who wants to plug stuff to my 5 or 6 listeners, I'm pretty certain it's more than that because people recognize me at cons.
Oh,
but
nice.
But I only, well, they recognize me when they recognize the podcast. They recognize the podcast at cons.
Well, I've been trying to do like a mini roundup every month on the Patreon.
Yeah.
With, 4, 5, 6 different.
No, I read your Patreon, but then I still have to like go manage to acquire them,
right,
rather than just being able to click on something and have them.
Well,
like even the publishers, they're like, oh, we'll send out a physical copy, and I'm like, that's great. I'll read it faster if you send me a PDF.
Yeah, and some of them don't. Some of them don't have them.
No, I understand.
People are willing to have like very simply scanned PDFs. Like, that could be a new tier or something.
Yeah, I don't need it to be high quality to be able to plug it. If I like it, I'm gonna want a physical copy. Like, what I won't do is plug something that I haven't read.
Oh, of course.
Unless I like know the author well. I'll let them come plug it. I'll ask them questions about it. But like, I'll ask better questions of them and have a better conversation if I've read the stuff. But even like a basic scan,
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was literally trading in emails with a publisher earlier this week where they're like, give me your address so I can get you on the list to send out this stuff. And I'm like, that's great. I would love to have copies of these things. Even though my wife sometimes asks where they go, I love physical stuff. If you can send me the PDFs, they'll get read faster. And if you want to save money by not sending me the heavy physical things, I am okay with that.
And I'm just the opposite because I get requests almost every day from people who want to send me their PDFs. And it's like, well, a guy only has so much time, and I tend to review print stuff only,
Right.
So if you send me a print one, I'll review it. If you send me a PDF, I can't guarantee that I will.
Well, you can always give them my email address and let them know that like it's more likely that I'll invite them on than do major plugs. I don't do a lot of review type stuff, but like if I read it and I like it, or they help be on the show. Like if they email me and make certain we schedule, they'll make it onto the show. I pretty much my only rule is no fascists. And I don't even check that out ahead of time. If you come on the show and you act like a fascist, then we're not publishing. I haven't had to do
that. I haven't run into any in the comic scene yet.
Yeah. I know that there are a handful out there, but I think they know who they are. And they know that most of the rest of us also know who they are.
Right. But I mean, most of them are way off in their own, they're all in that comic gate and all that, Yeah. They don't have anything to do with our end of the comic spectrum.
Well, but see, that's my thing is my end of the comic spectrum is all over the place because I like breaking down the barriers in the comic spectrum. I think that people who like indie comics might have a superhero comic that they'd like, and certainly have an Image comic that they'd like. I think people who like Raina Telgemeier probably have a Fantagraphics book that they'd like. Might have.
I feel the same way about like manga. Where like
exactly,
some people, like I don't like manga, and it's like manga is like so huge that it's like it doesn't. How do you hate?
I mean.
It's like saying you don't like paper.
Yeah, well, it's certainly like saying you don't like comics, and I don't like it when people say they don't like comics because that's like saying I don't like prose. I just don't do prose. Has anybody ever said to you, I don't do prose?
Yeah.
Well, now it's some people are like I just don't read. So
Right.
I mean, I suppose. But by prose, I meant like just words, not like.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I'll point out things like, well, do you look at the side of the cereal box? Well, yeah. Are there newsletters that you read? Well, yeah. I'm like, okay, you do prose. There's probably a comic you'd like. Well, I mean, I'm like, Charlie Brown. Oh, I love Charlie Brown. Comic.
That's true.
The number of people who like comics and don't even know it drives me up the wall. They just somehow have in their head that comics is only this one thing.
I have yet to meet someone that doesn't like peanuts.
It is hard. I imagine there's somebody out there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember where, I think it was on Blue Sky today that I saw a thing. Apparently there was briefly a character named Charlotte Braun that somebody wrote in that they didn't like, and Schultz wrote a letter back to them that said, okay, I'm never going to use this character again. At least, if you see it, it's either going to be because it's a reprint or because somebody wrote me to specifically ask for it. But I want you to know, I want you to feel the responsibility. You have killed this character. and drew a picture of her with an axe in her head.
Oh, that's awesome.
Warmest Carl Schultz.
That is awesome.
Did not expect that from Charles Schultz.
Apparently, it came
out. Guy.
Yeah, no. Apparently, there's a book that was recently done on axe murders or something that it was included in. This letter was included in.
He's made it.
He grew up right up the street from where you live now, Emily.
Oh yeah, but don't blow up my spot.
No, I won't.
Okay. Yeah,
in the general vicinity of
your neck of the woods.
Yeah, somewhere in the same state.
Well, it's just
everyone knows he was from St. Paul.
He was from St. Paul.
Yeah,
right. But if I said any more, it would give away the specific neighborhood. You know.
Yeah.
We don't need to do all that.
I certainly don't.
You don't need random weirdos showing up at your place?
Nope. I know it's an interesting opinion, but I'm against weirdos coming into my house uninvited.
I mean, oh, here we are. I have to share this now.
What?
I managed to find it on Blue Sky, so I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see it. So.
Oh, wow.
Awesome.
That is amazing.
Yes. Charles Schultz drawing someone with an axe. And then it says underneath it, the axe.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just amazing.
I'm taking your suggestion regarding Charlotte Braun and will intentionally discard her. If she appears anymore, it will, and he writes such pretty cursive that I can barely read it. It will be in strips that were already completed before I got your letter, or because someone writes in saying that they like her. Remember, however, that you and your friends will have the death of an innocent child on
wow.
On your
conscience,
something like that. Are you prepared to accept such responsibility? Thanks for writing. And I hope that future
releases will please
you. Sincerely, Charles M. Schultz.
God damn.
January 5th, 1955.
That's awesome. That's like these, like people would send, like Ditko would write people letters all the time.
Yeah.
And now his writing was easier to read. It was like printed, but someone would write him like a 3-page missive on like all these thoughts, about Randianism or something. And then he'd write back just something like, just a quick, curt 1-sentence response, I like this book or something like that,
And apparently the quick plug is that Jess Nevins is who posted this on Blue Sky. I don't know if I know for certain who she is. We'll find that out in a second. Found out while reading Rachel McCarthy James' Whack Job, A History of Axe Murder, which is available at Powell Books. So,
every book is available at Powell Books.
Encyclopedist, college librarian, writer, tabletop role-playing gamer. Yeah, okay. That seems like the person who would know this. Oh. Also has a podcast, The History of Comic Books in 500 Issues. I may have found a new guest for the show just because that's like
actually that sounds good.
I mean, that's the kind of podcast I am. Like I'll have the Pulitzer Prize winner on, I'll have the best-selling superhero comic on, and then like
us.
Well, I'll have you guys, but the one I'm still like, I think is the most out of left field and coolest. We've got the Love and Rockets book club where we've been going through week by week. So in like, I want to say issue 17, there was a fantastic letter from a woman named Maria Pena. And it had enough, and it talked about how she was a budding cartoonist and like she just published something, and it gave enough information. Then like, okay, comics like 1986, Maria Pena, Australia. Like, let's see if I can find her. And I didn't find the comic right off the bat, but I found Maria. And I'm like, we're going to invite somebody who wrote a letter to a comic to be a guest on the show. And she did. And then the next thing I knew, she was part of the Love and Rockets book club. So now I have an Australian correspondent. And I talk to almost
that's amazing.
Because she wrote a letter 30 years ago.
That's amazing.
And turns out she also knew, and therefore came to co-host when I had him, knew Eddie Campbell. Because they were comics scene. So I finally wound up getting Eddie on the podcast in part because I was talking to him at C2E2 and I'm like, oh, by the way, and Maria says hi. He's like, Maria Pena? Like, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I thought of her in.
I think he did cake too.
Yeah. He does cake every year.
Wow.
Well, because he's in Chicago now.
Oh, I thought he still lived in Australia.
No, he's in Chicago. He's married to Audrey Niffenegger.
Oh, shows you what I know.
Yeah, he's been married to Audrey for a while now. So yeah, okay. I see him at Cake every year, but he's been at least the last two C2E2s now as well. And I always laugh because every time I see him, I come intending to buy one book and then buying a different one, often meaning that he gets less money from me because I can't afford to do both. And the one that I was going to buy was more expensive, but also easier to get. And the one that he shows me is like this year, because he's been writing books on old cartoonists.
Yes. So, he did that Kate Carew book. That's amazing.
Yeah. That's what he plugged when he was on the show was the Kate Carew book. But I think the one that he sold me at C2E2 this year was about the Midwest School of Cartooning.
What was that?
I'm trying to remember if that's the one that Schultz went to. trying to see if I've brought the book up here and I can run across the room and grab it, or if it's still hiding elsewhere. In which case, it would be much harder to go grab and show off. And I think it's hiding elsewhere. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, guys, Phil, so we don't have dead space. Talk to each other. I'll give you atomic comics.
Yeah, we'll talk about the show. So you sent out the letters today, Emily?
Yeah, I sent out the acceptance and non-acceptance letters today.
Okay. And we've got more people tabling than ever.
Yeah, I think we have like 88 people this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
so
impressive.
Also, Ryan gave me this. Have you read this?
Which one is that?
The New York City Outlaws by
No.
Ken Landgraf.
Oh, that's a hell of a book.
Good. Yeah, it's very crazy. It's like the Warriors, if the Warriors was a comic book, kind of, but then also there's like a giant centipede, like, or something, like.
And I mean, Landgraf's art, you can see the Wally Wood in there.
Oh, yeah.
Love me some Wally Wood. Okay, this looks good.
Yeah, it is really good. Like, just awesome.
And there's
that just went on my list too.
Yeah, there's like this backup strip that ran in there. Did you get to any of those, Emily, with that where the guy is like a right-wing superhero? And
oh my God.
He's living in this like matriarchal world with a woman president who's like prototype Hillary Clinton or something. Oh, it's awesome.
What's it called?
I forget the name of it.
Wow, that's crazy. I haven't gotten to that.
Yeah, there's a couple strips of that in there. And they're totally nuts. It's like right-wing paranoia right there on the page. Women are running the world.
Oh, wow. I think I found this section. Yeah, this dude's crazy. Like,
that's a book you're talking about, Tad?
It is. And I'm trying to flip through it so that I can possibly describe it.
And that's by Eddie Campbell?
Yeah. It's Midwest School of Cartooning, 1900 to 1940. I'm looking at it, and I almost think he might have self-published it because printed by Comic Wellsprings and Greco Printing in Michigan. What he writes right up front is, this is another of those books I'm writing because I see that it won't be coming from anyone else. The first time this happened was The Great Getters, the story of sports page cartooning. Ooh. The late Blackbird sometimes identified the sports cartoon in such a way as to indicate that he saw that it was a kind of art that had a form independent of its content. So it's got a mention of Gasoline Alley here.
Is that where Frank King went?
Frank King is what's, yeah, let's look at chapter titles. Because I don't want to just read the thing on the air. We got Claire Briggs in the Chicago Tribune for a picture. McCutcheon in the Chicago Record Herald. Yeah, John T. McCutcheon is the first, is chapter 2. And then these are definitely some cool cartoons. Three is Real Folks. Chicago had 13 daily English newspapers. They had the same names used by English language papers everywhere. Journal, Tribune, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, but I'm looking at a fantastic page of baseball cartoons right here.
Nice. I attempted to learn things about sports this year because I don't know anything about sports.
Yeah, baseball's the only one.
Yeah, Emily wants to go to a Lynx game.
Yeah, I've been watching basketball.
Okay. I'm told that it's okay. There are basketball fans in comics. So I suppose if that's your thing.
Yeah, I know Evan Salazar is a basketball fan.
Evan Salazar is a
That's my
basketball fan. David Harper is a basketball fan.
Isn't RJ Casey a basketball fan?
I don't know. Kyle Starks is a basketball fan.
That's my top sport.
Basketball?
NBA basketball. And I'm real into the WNBA now, too.
You know, I've heard good things about the WNBA, and I think
the
that
Lynx are the best.
More my I don't know. I have students who are big Sky fans, so I can't flat out say that
That's
I'll
because
go.
they got that. Yeah, they got Angel Reese there, and people love her or love to hate her. But yeah, she's an exciting player.
Also, my school's outside of Chicago, so you know.
Right.
It's the hometown team.
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
one that they can go to games for.
But no, I mean, you know, historically speaking, the Lynx are the best.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, they're like a legit dynasty.
Also, there's a women's sports bar in Minneapolis, and
there's one in Chicago too.
Oh, what's the one in Chicago called?
I think it might be because I know there's a chain of them now.
Is there a chain? This one's called A Bar of Their Own.
That might be it.
Oh, good for them. Yeah, I've been there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nafisa Collier is the best player in the league.
And these are names that I don't know because I only know baseball. I know baseball pretty.
We're having a weird year for that here. The Twins got hot for a minute there, and now they're just getting pounded. They're not just losing; they're just getting absolutely pounded.
I still feel good about the Twins this year. I mean, Cleveland's a tough, but it's really their only interdivision rival. I mean,
Detroit.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. No, no, you're right. Detroit's
the best team in the AL.
Yeah, let me rephrase. Detroit's going to take the division, but as long as the White Sox and the Royals are in the division, there's a really good chance that at least one wild card will also come from the division.
That's true because you're going to be 500. You're going to be 500 just getting fat off those wins.
Right.
So who are all the baseball fans in comics?
Oh, see, that's a long list.
Generoso and Lily.
Oh, yeah, they're fans.
Lily and Generoso.
Yeah.
I actually went to a baseball.
Tabling at our fest.
I went to a baseball game with Dennis Kitchen last year.
Oh, wow. Dennis Kitchen.
Mark Chiarello's a baseball fan.
Gina Winbrandt's a big baseball fan.
Oh, yeah. She draws about that Mariners guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, except that he's not a Mariner anymore. He's with Atlanta.
I think she did like an official poster for the Mariners.
She did. No, I have an annual comics and baseball podcast in November where baseball writers Rob Nyer and Derek Gold come every year. They never miss it. Heidi McDonald never misses it. I've had Brian Baines, Bubbles, as a baseball guy.
He did a whole issue.
Right.
And the whole issue. Yeah.
Mark Fred Van Lente's a baseball guy. Scott Snyder's a baseball guy. Brian Azzarello's a baseball guy. Durf Beckdurf's a baseball guy.
Oh, I can see that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot. For that matter, Dennis was telling me that San Diego used to have on Friday of the con, there would be either an editors versus publishers, or sometimes publishers versus distributors. It all depended on who was there, how they split up the teams. But there was an annual softball game at San Diego Comic-Con for like the first 15 years.
I believe it.
No. And they apparently came this close to getting to do it at Jack Murphy Stadium one year. And something fell through at the last minute. But that would have been cool.
Back in the day in Central Park, every like Saturday or Sunday was a volleyball game of DC guys against Marvel guys.
Yep.
That went on for decades.
Yep.
Wow.
I actually, Dennis has got a set of baseball cards that they made for the kitchen sink softball team. Way back when.
Damn.
Todd McFarlane has spent a ridiculous amount of money on baseball memorabilia.
Yeah.
And
I believe McFarlane owns a minority stake in the Edmonton Oilers.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Darren Bennett's a big baseball fan. Yeah, there are lots of baseball fans in comics. That's been very pleasing for me to discover, because it means that two of my geekdoms have crossover.
That's true.
We got lots of music fans too. So like the three things that I care about most, I have people, and like we're all progressives. So the thing that I worry and think about most, also I have people in comics, so they're part of my tribe. So yeah.
What music do you like?
Kind of like comics. It's way easier to ask what music do I not like.
Or what's the band you've seen the most? I've seen Ween 3 times.
Okay, so this is going to tell you exactly how disparate my taste is. The band that I've seen the most is a local DeKalb band called Johnny and the Boomers, that are a blues cover band that even played my wedding. The bands that you've heard of that I've seen the most, I'm pretty certain that at this point we're in an actual tie at 7 times. Is it 7 times a piece? Or has Pearl Jam pulled ahead? Let's see. I've seen Pearl Jam at Wrigley. No, I've seen Pearl Jam at Wrigley 7 times and twice away from Wrigley. So Pearl Jam has pulled ahead. I've seen Pearl Jam 9 times.
Ooh.
I've seen Tony Bennett 7 times.
Really?
And Bob Dylan 5 times.
That's a little bit of everything, all right.
Yeah, definitely.
Wilco 4 times. Best concert I've ever been to was Nina Simone.
Ooh, I'm jealous.
That would be, yeah.
It was her second to last American performance, and about 6 months before she passed away, at the Chicago Theater, and she just owned the crowd.
Damn.
I've seen The Who. I've seen Springsteen. I've seen Beck. I've seen Weezer twice, maybe 3 times. No, I've seen Weezer 3 times.
Oh, right on.
The Pixies.
The Pixies were my favorite band in high school, and that was the first concert I ever saw, was their reunion.
I've also seen the Breeders.
Oh, nice.
I actually saw the Pixies and the Breeders in the same week. I saw the Pixies. Wow. I saw the Pixies open for Weezer, and then I saw the Breeders open for the Foo Fighters.
I went to see Weezer once opening for the Foo Fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weezer puts on a really good show.
I do enjoy their songs. They're good for karaoke.
Yeah. I've seen Cage the Elephant. I've seen Cigarettes After Sex. I saw 9 Inch Nails at the Aragon. So not only did I see 9 Inch Nails,
I've seen 9 Inch Nails one time.
I saw them in a like small setting. I went to Lollapalooza in '95 and saw Sonic Youth and Hole and Sinead O'Connor and um,
Jane's Addiction, I bet.
no, I think that was a Porno for Pyro's year.
Okay.
And I went to Farm Aid in '97 and saw Mellencamp and Neil Young, Willie Nelson. I just realized though, and I now have to look at which one because I was thinking to myself because Brian Wilson died this week and it
He
made
sure
me
did. So did Sly Stone.
Yeah.
that
Bad week for music.
but like I don't know that Sly has done quite as much touring as Brian that I missed. And I suddenly just realized as we were talking that I might have seen Brian Wilson. Oh, and I've seen Beck twice because Beck was at Farm Aid. Or not Farm Aid, he was at the Lollapalooza that I was at. What was it July? So I didn't see Moby. I saw Elastica, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Boy, some of these groups take me back.
I did go off to see Yola Tango on the side stage. Actually, I might have seen Moby because Moby was on the side. Was Moby on the side stage for mine? No, he was on the side stage starting for the next show, so I didn't see Moby. I've seen Liz Phair 4 times. I've seen Soul Asylum. Yeah, I go all over.
Yeah, his brother went to my school.
Dave
yeah?
Perner's brother, yeah.
Soul Asylum's a Minnesota band.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I am going to laugh so hard if it turns out that I did see Brian Wilson at Farm Aid. And be very, very happy.
They're having that here this year.
Have strong memories. But no, he's not on the list. But I saw Beck there. So I've actually seen Beck 3 times. Beck's great. Dave Matthews Band. Allman Brothers were there that year. I don't remember if I actually saw Allman Brothers because I know we got there.
Is that the real Allman Brothers? I mean, come on.
I mean, it was '97, so probably not. But Steve Earle was. I think I saw Steve Earle. Or was it? Oh wait, no, it was '98 that I was there, so I didn't see Beck. I did see Steve Earle. And no Brian Wilson.
I think they're out there this year.
Yeah.
They're having it over at the TCF Bank Stadium in Dinkytown this year.
You got Nelson, Young, Mellencamp, Matthews, Tim Reynolds, Margot Price, Billy Strings. Ooh. Billy Strings.
Can Mellencamp still sing? I know he's going to be out there this year, but I heard he was in rough shape.
I don't know, but Billy Strings is good stuff. Stephen Frank. Do either of you know Stephen Frank?
No.
I don't think so.
He Dark Planet Comics is what it's his own comic label. He does a fantastic book called Palomino that's like
I think I've seen pages of that around.
Yeah, it's a noir story.
Yeah, it's like a crime thing.
Yeah, but it's set against like early 80s honky tonk LA. It really comes through. Actually it was Howard Chaykin when he was on and telling me about how there were no good comics and then said I should check out this book by Stephen Frank, which was not only a new comic, but one that I hadn't read before. And I'm like, Howard, you just recommended a new comic to me. How can you tell me there's no good new comics?
Yeah, he's
it's like,
really.
Okay, there are a couple.
That's one of my all-time favorite cartoonists. Howard Chaykin.
Howard Chaykin?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know who else? You know who else loves Howard Chaykin?
Who?
Lillian Generoso.
Do they?
Yeah, they love American Flag.
Well, then.
Oh yeah, American Flag with 2 G's.
Mm-hmm.
Then I might have to talk to you guys soon.
Yeah,
because
that's of all those 80s books like Watchmen and American Flag and Dark Knight and shit. I think American Flag easily holds up the best of any of them.
Oh yeah, American Flag is phenomenal.
Yeah, that thing still looks 20 years ahead of its time. Ken Brucemak's lettering and designs are out of this world.
And he finally, well, I don't know if he finished up or it was just released for the first time. Have you read Times Squared?
Yeah, he finished it finally.
Yeah, but I mean, I talked to him right before it came out, and I don't remember if he finished it a while ago and it just hadn't been published, or if he finished it and published it. I kind of feel like
it's out now.
But it's out. Yeah, no, it's out, and it's amazing.
And Image is putting out an omnibus of Black Kiss too.
Yep. Oh, and Fantagraphics is doing
Dominic Fortune
is his Marvel stuff. Yeah.
They just put out that Tower of Shadows thing. Did you get that book?
Yeah, I've got a digital copy.
Okay, that's a good looking book.
It is. It's fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
It is totally fantastic. But no, I'm very much looking forward to the Dominic Fortune Monarch Starstalker Phantom Eagle.
Yeah, that's gonna be good stuff.
Yeah. No, Howard's I like Howard. He's a bit of
cantankerous sort.
Yes. That actually he thanked me after my first email for not calling him a curmudgeon. Exactly what I called him, but it wasn't a curmudgeon. They're like, no, I saved that, and I listed a few people.
If you got that book, Brandon Costello's Chaykin book.
I don't know if I know that one.
Yeah, he did an academic study on Chaykin. And then he's got that other thing. They used to do that. University of Mississippi Press used to put out that comic book conversation series.
Yeah.
And
I know that there's one of those. I haven't.
Yeah, there's a Chaykin one in that series. And that guy does not give a bad interview. I would say he's.
No, he doesn't. I had a blast with him.
Yeah, I would say he's right up there with like Alan Moore and a guy who you can't read an interview with him and not be fascinated.
Speaking of Alan Moore, they reprinted a interview from him in the new Metal Erlant.
Did they?
Yeah, one from I think 2020.
Okay,
it's fantastic.
Did you get that Moon and Serpent?
It's another one that I have digitally and haven't finished reading yet. Yeah, I love Alan Moore, but he's dense.
Mm-hmm. He's also hilarious, though. I mean,
he is. I'm also reading Jerusalem, because Emil Ferris told me to, and when Emil Ferris tells me to read something, I try to read it.
I just was talking with Crumples because he just finally finished Jerusalem, and we've been talking a little about that. It's been a few years since I read it, and my memory of it is a little, But
go ahead.
He just finished with it, and then he also, me and Crumples have both read The Great When, Moore's newest novel.
Yeah, that's on my list too.
That's a much quicker read. You'll read that in a few days.
I mostly listen to my books, which is why I had actually started reading Jerusalem or listening to Jerusalem on a long drive, because it's like a 60-hour listen, and I'm like,
at least
No, it is. It's, I think, 62 hours.
I believe it.
And I'm like, I'll get like 30 hours into it on this trip. And after about like 14, I'm like, I've lost the thread too much. I'm gonna have to read this book. And probably, I mean, so far I've been reading and listening to it at the same time to like really soak it in. So it's become like the bedtime book. Turn off the lights, book on the phone, headphones on, listen and read until it's time to pass out.
No, I listen to shit at night too. I that's when I do my I'm huge into those Big Finish audios.
Big Finish audio?
Yeah, they do like the Doctor Who range and shit.
Okay.
And they've been doing those for like 20 years. I listen to those at night. Yeah, that's what I zonk out to.
Yeah. Yeah. I do that, and sometimes I do. I mean, but it's also the only time I do any other podcasts. So really it comes down to, do I think I'm going to pay attention enough that I'll get far enough that I choose when I stop, in which case I can read a book and not have to worry about getting back to it? Or do I think I'm going to pass out randomly at some point, in which case I'll listen to like Pod Save America or whatever. Um,
Yeah, I never got into the whole podcast thing too much.
I do it way less now that I record them because, well, no, and like I was talking to John Suntress about this. I'm like, I listen to so many fewer of your podcasts now, John, and it's not because you're not still doing a great job. It's because like it used to be, I'd go, ooh, Tom King is on John Suntress. I want to hear what Tom King's saying right now. And
Isn't he
now
on
it's like,
John Suntress's show every 2 or 3 weeks?
well, yeah, but he's also on my show every like few months.
Wow,
If I
you
want
get
to,
him a lot, huh?
yeah, if I want to know what Tom King has to say, I write to Tom King and I say, hey Tom, we should set something up. I mean, like half the time lately, and it's if for whatever reason John is listening to this, I am fully aware that this is what I feel and absolutely positively not what you're doing. But half the time lately, I'm like, dude, I did that a month ago. He's stealing my act, you know. He had a baseball and comics special this year, and I'm like, I've been doing that for 3 years now.
Didn't he have something to do with the world of sports writing or something?
Oh yeah, no, he was a boxing commentator
Okay.
and a radio. I cannot emphasize enough. Like sometimes John, sometimes even when I'm talking to John, like I can tell that he's like, well, I mean that's because I'm like, John, I wasn't saying you don't deserve to have them write back when they didn't write back to me. I was just making a self-deprecating joke. That yes, you're having trouble finding a time to square that person up, but they've responded, and they haven't responded to me because I'm the little guy.
He was a boxing beat reporter, huh?
He was a boxing beat reporter. He was a sports reporter on a number of different Chicago radio stations at various times.
Okay.
I mean, he was in Chicago radio for at least 20 years.
They still got a lot of healthy prize fighting circuit in Chicago?
I don't know.
Or is MMA taking over all that?
And I don't know on that either, because like baseball is literally the only sport that I do. Though I will acknowledge that boxing sometimes makes a good comic.
I was gonna say, what are your favorite fight scenes in a comic?
But that's well, like, I mean, particularly because we just on my mind right now, because we were just talking about Tom King and John Suntress. Tom just wrote Suntress as the ring announcer for his Black Canary Best of the Best, which Ryan Sook did the art on and is like painfully good at times. So, yeah.
Did you see that thing that 2D Cloud put out this year? That
2D.
That is like this little boxing mini comic. It's called like Nui, and that's the name of the artist too.
Nui?
Nuie. I might be pronouncing that wrong.
Nuie?
Something like that. Try it. It's
2D
little
Cloud?
Yeah. Emily's favorite.
I don't even know 2D Cloud.
They're out of Chicago now. They used to be out of here.
Okay.
But then they got out of here.
Okay. I see the Nui here.
That thing is wild.
Is that boxing?
Yep.
Oh, it is. Feel the impact of glove on body. All right. More to check out.
Yeah, that's a wild little wordless mini.
Yeah.
Did you read the new Paul Rainey book yet, Emily?
Which one?
There's no.
I finally started reading the last one.
Oh, the Why Don't You Love Me?
No, he's got a new one.
No, I was telling Emily that I finally started reading Why Don't You Love Me?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
But he's got a new one out too?
Yeah, it just came out like last month.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's called There's No Time Like the Present.
I'll have to get a copy of that.
Yeah, it's another.
I gotta tell you, I totally understand why you guys like Why Don't You Love Me, and I'm enjoying it, but like that is some dark shit.
How far are you into it?
Yeah.
Not that far.
Oh, then we can't even say anything. We can't say
anything. Don't read anything about it.
Yeah, can't say a damn thing.
Yeah. Okay, let me rephrase.
Only like 20, 30, 40 pages in, we can't say anything.
Okay, well, now I need to push even further, and then we'll talk about it. Or I'll reach out to Paul Rainey.
Yeah, it's going to throw you for a loop.
Yeah.
In a good or bad way?
Good.
Can't say.
Well, no, you can spoil. You can let me know whether I'm going to finish and be satisfied or finish and want to put my head in the oven.
Oh, quality-wise, excellent.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't talking about quality though. Will I feel at least mildly good at the end of it, or will I feel like humanity has gone to hell and just it's not worth it anymore?
Oh,
you believe in the power of art.
Yeah, there you go. No, there is a little bit of that heavy, like there's no hope for our species, like a Todd Solondz movie or something like that. There is a little bit of that vibe to that book.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. But see, I like shit like that.
I do too, but like I have to be in the right headspace for it.
Sure.
Which is why I say things like, don't worry about spoiling it for me. Worry about my mental health. What headspace?
No, you really don't want this spoiled for you. I mean,
it's not going to make you depressed. I don't think. Because I had depression and I was able to enjoy it a lot.
Okay. That's the type I mean mood spoiling, but actually I'm also not somebody that generally you need to worry about spoiling things because like twists only like matter to me if they're good even if I know about them. Because I only love the things, and I'm not telling you to tell me about the twist, but like
no.
But if I wound up finding out about it, I can still appreciate.
Here's what I will say. you absolutely will not see it coming, okay? And then when it hits, you're going to wonder how you didn't see it coming when you go back and relook at like the first 20, 30 pages.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Because it's all there, but it's so unexpected that you didn't know that you were supposed to be looking for anything at all. You just think you're reading a doomed relationship story with no hope in sight. And then, and so I'm just, and since that's the part you're on, we're just going to leave it at that.
That's fair.
Yeah. And then later,
you guys have pitched enough now that like it might even be where I go when we're done.
That
I hadn't decided what I was reading tonight.
Comics of the last few years.
I know you both have been plugging it for a while, and this is where.
Yeah, and the other one I want to plug. I got two ones I want to plug very heavily.
Well, and like that's where we're headed now.
Okay,
we should start wrapping up. We're at like the hour and a half of the hour that we were going to talk.
Shit. Okay.
So we're gonna go with what do you love that not enough people know about and you need them to so that you can talk about it?
I was telling you a little bit about it. I can't remember if we were on air, but Zarlatka by Jazz Heiss is the comic that you need to survive.
Zarlatka? Zarlatka?
Yep.
SZARTOL, or I forget. But it's
Polish or something.
SZAR
LOTA.
Yeah, and then I'm going to tell you why she's a genius.
Zarlatka.
And that is that.
Who's that by?
This is one of those comics, Jazz Heiss.
There we go. Okay, that's weird. I clicked on Comics Journal and got not even the actual article.
Did TCJ review it?
Looks like it.
Okay.
But on Google, I get the feed, so I'm getting the code rather than.
I can't recommend any one more. And the thing about that is that she understands who is reading that book is a bunch of bleeding hearts like us. Okay. And it plays against like everything about this little comic is right there in plain sight, but we've got our own blinders up to it. You know, I can't even say too much more. Let's just say that it's really, you'll see when you read it. I mean, this is a comic that knows who's reading it and knows how to play against our expectations, or should I say our hopes, really, because we hope for the best out of people, you know, as a general rule, even when it's so obvious that you shouldn't, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And so this is a real good exploration of that mindset. I don't know how much of it is autobio and how much is what you'd call auto fiction, but God damn, is that a good comic.
All right.
And then the other one I really want to recommend highly that I've only seen me talking about so far, and I don't know why, is something called Captain George Morose by Claire and Nava.
What's that about?
You know, I'm still figuring that part out. But she has got, you know, I would call it like very much a comic that comes from somebody with no background in comics, and it shows because there isn't anything she doesn't think you can't do with a page.
Okay. Well, I'm in favor of that because there isn't anything that you can't do with a page. That's one of the beautiful things about comics.
That's true, but you know how we forget that over time.
Right.
And with this one, it's certainly it's surreal. It's also quite funny, and it's also playing into a lot of masculinity / toxic masculinity tropes a little bit, but not in a preachy way. And it's just really good, really confident, assured work by somebody that just thinks I can make comics the way I want to make comics. God damn it. And she's right. And then we should also mention, because I think it was off, or did I talk about Daria's books on the air that we got a new one out?
I think you mentioned something about it.
Okay, yeah. Daria, our friend, me and Emily's friend, Daria Faruhar, I've been publishing her stuff through Four Color Apocalypse, and we've got a new one out for the world called I Need to Kill My Boyfriend's College Roommate. Daria's stuff is what I would call kind of a feminist horror that, again, mixes auto-bio and auto-fiction. I never ask her how much of the shit is real or not. But also is, I would say, a little towards the transgressive side for sure, and matches up with a lot of my own like literary taste quite a bit.
They've got that at Howling Pages.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, she did a reading there.
Yep.
Did she?
And she should have some copies at Quimby's too, I think. And then Radiator has it, and Domino will have it, within a few weeks or so here.
Okay.
And as master of form storytelling and formalism lately, I can't recommend anything higher than Cameron Arthur's Broken Wires. Now, you may have heard of him from his solo anthology Swag. I don't know. But
that sounds familiar.
Yeah, he's
so
been
Cameron Arthur.
Yep, Broken Wires. It's just a 3-part little series that he did that is just a masterpiece in like plotting and character development in short form. You know everything you have to know about these people with very minimal dialogue. It's just a real it is a clinic, a tour de force on how to construct an intricate but simple comic story. I love it. Broken Wires. So those are my big plugs for lately.
Those sound like good plugs. They all look interesting.
I'm guessing that if Domino doesn't have them all, probably Copacetic's got them.
Copacetic definitely has it. Also, it looks like comicsblogger.net. You can buy all three of them together.
Thomas Campbell's, he's doing a lot of stuff lately. He's publishing, he just put out a big collection of Katie Lane Yates's single camera sitcom thing.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm. How about you? Have you got anything good you've read lately?
Well, I already talked about Butter. Also by edited by Jazz Heiss and Cam Del Rosario. I thought that was very good. What else? I've been reading the manga Ping Pong. I read it on a comics retreat, and it was really good. I also read.
I have heard good things about it.
It's great. I need to see the anime now. And also this manga called Helter Skelter.
Which I've also heard great things about.
Yeah, I read those both in like a weekend, and I was like, "Oh, this is great! I love ping pong. I love body."
Ping pong's Matsumoto? I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, Tekken King Creek.
Yeah.
Did you see that new one from Living the Line when they were out there last weekend, Emily?
I don't think so, but I did get a bunch of stuff from Glacier Bay Books.
Yeah, they were there too.
There's this manga called Flashpoint, and it's like,
yeah, that's a good one.
That's a very good one. And then what was the other one I got that was just like awesome? It's like 300 pages and like God, at least like 30 short stories. It's and the Strange and Funky Happenings One Day, a collection by Natsujike Miyazaki.
Okay, Strange and Funky Happenings One Day. Is that what you said?
Yep, and the Strange and Funky Happenings One Day.
Because I've definitely been trying to read more manga. I mean, we're doing the like completely mainstream One Piece race on the show, where Tyler and I are both 500 some odd chapters into it now.
Oh wow, yeah, I've never even attempted to read One Piece.
I will actually say that it's worth it.
It's pretty good.
It is. I mean, it's possibly more wholesome than your normal taste, Ryan.
It's not hard to be.
That was kind of the joke that I was making. But kind of in surprising ways, it's almost subversively wholesome, particularly because like they're supposed to be pirates, but like they care more about friendship and taking care of each other than hurting people or even really loot. But they have to do some crazy ass fighting because everybody wants to fight them. Does that make sense?
I'll give it a go.
Yeah. I got these I got a couple of the ones from the guys at Living the Line have a manga imprint called Smudge now that they're doing with that guy Ryan Holmberg.
Okay. I met him. He shared a table, I think, with Brian Baines at.
Oh yeah, because he did the Translator Without Talent.
Right.
Oh, he sure did. Yeah. Well, they got this new one out, this collection called Face Meat that'll blow your mind, man. By this guy Taro Bonten, and that's a wild ride.
Yeah, no, I have decided that like what I mean, manga can be literally anything, but what manga does better than like anything in the world is choose three things that you think are completely and utterly unrelated and couldn't possibly be related, and who would even think about putting them together, and there is a manga about them and it is good.
That's true.
I read the craziest fucking the craziest fucking manga.
You can swear.
Paparazzi, Pakyu. Here, it's on my page of whatever's.
Okay.
And it's about like this kid who has a infectious disease that turns your head into a giant crab that cuts off all of your hair, and also gives you superpowers. And
sounds about right.
Sounds about right? And
yeah,
some people are dogs.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, so.
And apparently has face feet and face arms.
Yeah, like your head turns into a crab with little crab and little crab legs. And it also thinks your head's a pumpkin or something.
Right. Okay. Yeah. This totally makes sense.
And I've been
as
reading
a manga. I mean, but I love that, which is why I mean, and this we'll go back to like my love of baseball for just a moment, before I let you go, because like in the New York Times 4 years ago, I read a story about the retired Yakuza softball team. So like they play in a softball league with like PTA teams and company teams and whatnot, and like they're just having fun, and softball's taken as seriously as baseball in Japan, so like really seriously. So like when they realized the other teams were afraid to play them, they changed their uniforms from black and gold to pink and black to make it clear that they were just messing around. I mean, they're like smoking on the sidelines, that sort of thing. And now they get creamed in every game. But again, I mean, like the only requirement to be on the team is that you be out. You have to actually be out. You have to have been in the Yakuza and actually be out. Now, to get out requires things like having knuckles cut off. So like almost no players on the team have all of their fingers. Between them, they have served more than 500 years in prison.
Wow.
Crazy.
But they're just this goofy softball team. And I'm like, this is reality, but it needs to be a manga, and I haven't seen it yet. So like anytime I talk to anybody who lives in Japan, I'm like, is there a manga about it? Has it just not been translated? Have you seen it anywhere? Because, you know, the country that can give us a cooking manga about Dungeons and Dragons should be able to give us the real life retired Yakuza. I mean, hell, we've got the retired Yakuza cooking manga.
Unless they're scared to do it.
I mean, again, we have the retired Yakuza cooking manga, Way of the House Husband. So, I mean, they don't have to make it a nonfiction one, but you'd think that they'd make it.
I didn't know you could retire from the Yakuza.
Yeah. Apparently it's not easy, but it can be done.
Yeah, because I mean, the only time I've ever heard of anyone quitting the mafia was in a pine box.
Yeah. No. Apparently you can voluntarily give up fingers at the knuckle or serve a prison term without ratting, and I think something else. It talked about in the article. I forget.
Yeah, those guys don't snitch. Not in a million years.
Nope. And even in pink and black and old and missing fingers, they look a little scary. They look hilarious and fun, but not like you want to cross them. So I completely understand why it took the PTA team so long to decide that it was like okay to play for real. In the game being covered by whoever was writing the story, the PTA team was up like 25-2 after 3 innings, and it didn't stop them. It's like, this is very healthy, weird and awesome and healthy.
No, that would make a good story, definitely.
Yeah, I feel like there's a series there just waiting to be written. So, Ryan and Emily, it is always a blast. We need to try to get back to doing check-ins a little bit more often, if only because I always wind up eventually buying stacks of comics and then eventually reading those stacks of comics anytime I talk to you guys. And Ryan, I've started getting uh I don't did you know that why can't I Doghead Sunset? Why am I remembering or not remembering his name right now? Yeah. Did you know that he does comics publicity?
Huh?
Did you know that Dustin Holland does comics publicity?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've been getting interviews and advanced stuff through Dustin Holland on a regular basis.
He works, or I don't know if he still does, but yeah, he was working. What's that?
Superfan Productions.
Yeah, he was working for CBR, The Beat, or one of those sites for a long time.
Yeah,
covering superhero comics and things like that.
Yeah, but now he works at a publicity company. So I get emails from him on a regular basis. I got on his list, and I became even more on his list when I sent back a screenshot of the cover of Doghead Sunset. I'm like, "Are you this Dustin Holland?"
He is.
And he's like, "Yeah, and I'm like, "We have a mutual friend." He's like, "Oh, Ryan, of course."
He was. Dustin was one of our guests at Insert Name last year.
Yeah, okay, so I missed him last year.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
But yeah, he set up some cool interviews for me.
Yeah,
so.
It was their first ever out of town show.
That
they'd done. And we were that too for Lily and Generoso a couple years ago.
Yep.
We were their first ever out of town show. Yep. So we're very pleased to. Seems like every year or two we get somebody who's doing who's traveling for a show the first time, and they always have a good time.
Minneapolis is wonderful, and so are you guys. So that.
Well, we sure appreciate everything you've done to spread the word for our show.
I do my best.
You do a great job, man. You do a great job.
Yeah,
like I said, if you're not near enough to the line, I'll start accidentally tagging people who have many more followers than me. That's one of my strategies.
It works. I know that one year I don't think we would have made our Kickstarter if you wouldn't have.
I literally I discovered you like an hour before your Kickstarter was over.
Right, and that's when
I looked at it. And I looked at it and I'm like, this looks awesome, and it is totally wrong that it's this low. So I literally sent one tweet. But in the previous 2 weeks, I talked to Tom King, Jeff Smith, and Peter Krause. And Christopher Cantwell is a close personal friend. So I tagged all of them in it because King has the biggest. King has the biggest following. Jeff, I know, loves small shows. Peter is local, and Cantwell's a friend, and they all retweeted it, and I think contributed.
I think Jeff Smith kicked in.
Jeff wound up being your biggest. Yeah, he wound up being your biggest contributor, and I think Cantwell was second.
That could be.
Because I just remember looking at the list. You had the list, and you said you put them in order of how much money they gave.
Yeah, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Jeff Smith threw in for our show. Where would he ever even hear about it in a million years? And then
that was me.
We met you when you came up for it and got the whole story then. Because we had been mystified up until you made the trek up and we got the chance to talk to you. We've been mystified as to how Jeff Smith would have ever heard of our show in a million years.
Yeah.
I tagged him. Jeff's a great guy. Jeff is such a great guy.
Yeah.
Did you get to meet Jeff? Or no, you didn't get to meet Jeff when you were at CXC because that was the year he was sick.
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you doing CXC this year, Emily?
I'll be at a CXC.
No, I didn't get in. But they had a lot of applications.
They did.
I might go just to go.
Of all the shows to go just to go, actually, I walked around with Durf a little bit last year while it was the first show that he'd gone just to go in like
In a while.
20 years.
Oh wow.
And he's like, this is actually kind of cool.
Yeah,
I miss doing this.
You should go, Emily, because I think Daria's going now.
Oh, she is. Okay.
She didn't get in, but Neil at Radiator is letting her table.
Yeah.
He's got 3-4 cartoonists that he's putting up at his table.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
So she is going to be tabling there just at the Radiator table.
Okay. Well, maybe we can carpool or something.
Yeah, you should talk to her.
Because, like, I don't know if I can afford to fly, but I bet I could take a long ass trip. So.
Yeah. I've become friends with the volunteer coordinator. So, like, if you want to volunteer and be able to get swag, you know,
I didn't even think about
toss that out too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's turned into as big of a production as C2E2 or something almost, you know?
No, because there's still no pop culture.
Yeah, but you know what I mean.
But yeah, no, I got to meet Art Spiegelman last year.
That's so cool.
You know,
aren't they announcing their guest pretty soon?
They did.
They did.
It's a heck of yeah, no, that was this week.
I gotta look that up.
Yeah, I'll read them for you right now. Give me 30 seconds. We'll pull them up because it's a good list. Charles Burns will be there.
Oh,
he just did Bubbles Con.
Yeah,
Baines' thing.
Baines, yeah.
Oh, I heard that was fun.
I think Chris Cicada went out to that.
Oh, I'm seeing the list right now. It's Ray Billingsley, Charles Burns, John Canemaker.
Canemaker, he's an animator. Katie Cook, Jersey Draws, Kayla E, Michael Fife. Do you know Michael Fife?
Yeah, Copra.
Copra feels like a Ryan book. Kita Katsuika, Lucy Knisley, Marco Koenada, Patrick Lay, Matt Madden. I've had Matt Madden on a couple times now too.
Matt Madden's a good cartoonist.
I love Matt Madden. Lonnie Millsap, Tony Moore, John Musker,
they're really
Dan Nadel, Mimi Pond,
Chromebook, yeah.
Anna Telnace, Pulitzer Prize winning political cartoonist.
Yeah. Oh, she's as big as it gets. Yeah.
Right. Raw the Third and Carol Tyler. Carol Tyler. Carol also has an exhibit at the Billy Ireland right now that just opened.
Okay.
I did hear about that, so I hope it's going to be running through CXC.
I think it is.
Boy, that Kayla E is getting a bigger publicity push from Fana than anybody I've seen from there in forever.
Her book I haven't read it yet, but her book has definitely been getting a lot of buzz. I think I just checked it out on Hoopla. I love that Fana gets their books up on Hoopla relatively quickly.
Yeah, that's a pretty good book. It reminds me a little of Chris Ware, you know what I mean? But
I mean,
what
you're allowed to be reminded of things. If we only liked art that was brand new to us, two things would be true. The first is we wouldn't like some of the old stuff because we'd seen the people who were inspired by it first, and we go, oh, this isn't quite as good. And second, if we'd been around, we would eventually stop liking most new things because it's like, oh, they've read the books that I've read.
Right. No, and you'll see a big John Stanley, Little Lulu influence in there too.
Right.
It's an interesting book. She's worked. I forget her job title, but she has a job with Fana. You know, she's like their packaging designer or something.
Creative director.
There we go. Yeah, I knew it was something like that. So yeah, they're really.
She was also the art director of the Harvard Lampoon for a while.
That's right. Yeah, she went to Harvard.
Yeah. But yeah, she's the creative director at Fantagraphics.
Yeah, they've got a real. I think they're really onto a winner with this book because they are pushing. They are promoting it as heavily as anything not by somebody named Klaus that I've ever seen.
Well, cross our fingers.
Yeah, should do
just
well.
Just because I like Fantagraphics to do well. I like every publisher to do well, but they do enough interesting things.
Yeah, we're gonna need some more publishers the way things are looking, huh?
Yeah. So let me take us out, and then we'll chat a little bit off air, because we seem to be drifting into stuff that's not as interesting to share with the world anyway.
But we do hope to see as many of your listeners as possible.
Anybody who wants to head up to Minneapolis, August 24th and 25th?
Or 4th and 5th?
23rd and 24th.
23rd and 24th.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Saturday, Sunday at Squirrel House Arts.
We're staying open till
3450 Snelling Avenue, noon to 6.
Yeah. Too many people.
Fantastic.
Was too early.
I agree.
Yeah.
6 is a good round number. I look forward to getting up and seeing you again. So for Joy Mehr and Ryan Carey, this has been 22 Panels, and we will see you after the next page.
Hey guys, this is Tyler from 22 Panels. I'm here to tell you all about our Patreon. If you enjoy this show, please consider donating to our Patreon to keep this show going. We have many different tiers, all different levels, to help you decide what's right for you. Okay, so get on out there to patreon.com/22panelspodcast.